Hello, I'm Karim Kalala, and with my partners Christopher Tong and Ryan Metz, we are Team 17, and today we're presenting our product, the Chillpack. So in this presentation, we're going to go over a quick review of what are our goals for this project and what is our mission statement. We're going to go over our product specifications and how we came up with them. We're also going to go over the production part and then our final prototype and how we came up with it. So, as a quick review, our goal for the initial goal for this project was to provide a product that would cool drinks for a long time for our customers while being outside and outdoor events. So, to get the best options for our product and determine the best specifications, we went straight to our main customers, which are college students, and we interviewed 6 of them. 3 males and 3 females, to ask them about their opinion of what they would like if they had a Chillpack. So we came up while interpreting their answers with 3 main specifications that our Chillpack needs to have. So our product needs to be cheap, because college students don't have a lot of money, so they need to be able to afford it. It needs to be light. This is for the portability's sake, because of carrying it around. And it needs to be durable, because it is meant for outdoors, and outdoors might have sometimes bad weather conditions. It could provoke damage, and then that's why it needs to be durable. So our team had other ideas and designs for our product, and some of those options were present in some of the patented products that we found. And this is one of them here, and this is presenting a dispenser body inside the refrigerator. So our team thought about having a dispenser inside the Chillpack, but we decided not to go with this option because our customer would only be able to drink 1 drink out of this, because they're putting it straight into their cup or a container, and because that would make it heavier and also more expensive eventually. Some of those other options was a can dispenser, just like a vending machine, that would require too much time to build. It would make it too heavy, and would also take too much space, and also more expensive. And the last one that we found was a refrigerator with a device that would be able to determine the temperature, so the customer would be able to change the temperature like they want, and that would also make it more expensive and longer to produce in our Chillpack. So we had multiple options for each component of our product. For the insulation part, we had 2 options, which were the styrofoam box and a cooler container. For our cooling device, we had also 2 options, which were the compressor and the Peltier. And for the portability of the Chillpack, we had 3 options: a backpack that would be just carried on the back for outdoor events, or a rail cooler that would be carried with a retractable handle, and a tote that would just be carried like a regular handbag. So we decided to pick this concept, which includes a backpack that has a styrofoam box inside, and using a Peltier as a cooling device. So our team came up with potential failures that this concept might encounter, and the worst scenario that could happen is that the Chillpack catches on fire, and this would eventually happen if the Peltier gets short-circuited, and thus having the vent not work anymore and creating a fire. And this could be prevented by coming up with thorough tests and handle the wiring carefully, and by also having proper ventilation in the circuit box. Other failures that could happen is also having a fire because of battery overheating, and this is why it's also important to have good ventilation inside the circuit box. And having the Peltier stop working is also something that could happen because of weather damage, especially wind or rain. This is why we need to have a strong box for the circuit, like strong heavy box to protect the circuit unit. So our team estimated that the production time for our product would be approximately 24 minutes, and we get this by adding up the production time of our components. So the longest time would take to build our styrofoam box, the container box. The second longest would be the wiring, and the shorter would be to add them up all together and to assemble them inside a backpack. We also came up with an approximate pricing for our prototype, which is approximately $46.63, and this is a number that we got by adding up the price of our components. So the styrofoam that we used to make the box was approximately $6. The backpack that we used was around $8. The battery was $24, and the Arduino was $9. So we came up with this design for our Chillpack as a CAD model. So this is the outside of the Chillpack, the backpack, and here's a sketch that presents the front of the Chillpack, the top, and the side of it. So this is how it looks like. So the cooling unit would be up top with all the wiring, and the container box would be underneath it, which would have an opening on the front to open it whenever the customer needs to take out their drink or put it back in. And there would be a switch on the other side, a button that would be used to make it work or to stop it whenever the customer wants it. So after prototyping the Chillpack, our team thought about how to improve it, to make it better with time, like a 2.0 version. So we thought about having a better material for our styrofoam box. Because our box right now is cheap and light, we could also make it cheap, light, but also more durable. Because, as I said before, this is meant for outdoors, it needs to be durable because of bad weather conditions that could be eventual. So having these three assets would be better for our product, so we could find a better material for the box. But we also thought about a different way of selling it. So we thought about our main customers, college students that carry around backpacks, which are very similar to each other. So we thought about selling the inside of the Chillpack to college students instead of the entire backpack. So the students would buy just the box and the cooling unit and adjust it to their own backpack. So there would be like universal inside of the Chillpack that would be adjustable to every backpack for college students, and that would make it cheaper and thus more appealing for our main customers, the college students. Any questions?